Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sid Jones, and I'm happy to be back home punk rock. I have missed this genre for far, far too long, and it's great to be here with Bad Assets from Detroit, an Oi band. So you guys are going to learn about these guys and a little bit of history of Oi and Skinhead music. So I'm going to start with this guy right over here, actually.
I didn't know that this was a test. Come on.
It's not a test. I have all the knowledge up here, sir.
Okay.
All right, so tell me a little bit about yourself, sir.
My name is John. I play bass. I don't know what else you want to know. Hey, I'm a firefighter and municipal worker.
Wow,
Yeah.
firefighter.
Yep.
How long have you been a firefighter for?
16 years.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
How about
Man.
you're working class, right? Blue collar, right? That's right.
Fuck yeah.
How about you, sir? Tell me what do you do in the band and your career following? Are you a cop?
You need to fucking chill that shit out right now because, okay, for one, fuck the police. But, yeah, actually I am. That's why I got this little guy just same as on your arm. So, oh, yeah, hold the mic. Okay. We can do it because I got the same thing as on your arm. So, yeah, I am an undercover narc. I just came here in a black van. I bang things for a living. I'm also working class. I do fucking landscaping. I've done it for well over 10 years. And now I'm getting into trees. Which, it's not those kinds of trees, you fucking hippies.
How about you, sir? What do you do for a living? And what's your part of the band?
I'm actually, I live here in Toledo, Ohio, where this is being filmed right now. I came up to join Bad Assets about, 2 years ago as like the lineup changed, and I didn't want to see this thing stop being a thing. And I met Obo a while back just through mutual friends. I'm a machinist by trade, so yeah, working my straight 40 and playing as many shows as I can.
And you, sir?
I'm Ralph. I'm the singer for the band. You want me to hold the mic? I don't normally hold mics. This is kind of weird for me. So myself and Mr. LeBeau here started the band. Ooh, I threw your government name out there. Don't say mine, though. The interview will be over. So me and John started the band, 9 years ago? 10 years ago. So we've been going for a while, and looking forward to see what else you want to know about us. I'm a printer by trade. That's what I do. So everybody in this band has a job, and we all have jobs we've kind of been doing for a while in our trades.
See, the Dropkick Murphys over on the East Coast are what really got me into punk music. Ironically enough, they did like Skinhead and UBTA, their first album, Do or Die, so that really got me into the Oi realm. Cockspar, Blitz. I love Blitz. So tell me, guys, the difference. Like, okay, first let's start with this. What started your band, Bad Assets?
Ralph and I talked about starting just an old school Oi band, and Ralph coming up in a lot of the hardcore scene. We take some elements from the hardcore, we take elements from just old Oi, and stuff that's pissed us off in the past, whether it's work or just the way we see society and how it's fallen apart at times. And every once in a while we see shit that's kind of cool. We write about that too.
So a lot of our viewers here may not understand Oi music. And, some people confuse it for ska, or confuse it for pure Skinhead music. What is Oi music? If you could explain it to the audience that'll be watching this.
Oi music is basically what you would call street punk. Now, a lot of bands out now that are called street punk, people consider that like the Casualties or other bands with spiky hair and this and that. But I think Oi was really a reaction to the original punk bands who, like the Sex Pistols and the Clash, who were very colorful, had this bright hair, safety pins, all this and that. But they weren't viewed as kind of like a real movement. It was kind of like, okay, so this is a reaction against classic rock. They're punk, fuck you. But then it was like, well, but normal people don't walk around with safety pins through their cheeks, and all that. So Oi, I think, started as a reaction against that type of punk, where it's just guys like us, like you. We all work for a living. We all, do our things. We have families, jobs, but we're still into punk. So Oi wasn't originally really associated with skinheads. It was just more of a street level punk, if you will.
What were some of the Oi bands that inspired you guys? Like, I named off just a couple of them. Like, what were some of your inspirations?
It's funny that you asked that because I'm actually more of a street punk influence kind of guy. So I'm going to go straight for like the Virus and the Casualties and like all that old shit. And I'm also into like a lot of the old just old school, like original punk shit. Black Flag is probably my favorite fucking band. Black Flag, Social Distortion, Dead Kennedys, Bad Religion, The Ramones, like all that old shit is pretty much what influenced me.
And you were one of the forefronts of this band. Like, what inspired you to be like, I'm doing an oi band? Like, that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna be an oi band. Bad Assets from Detroit.
We're looking like a business where there's a good element of oi to it, but also hardcore. I like a lot of Coxfire, Cockney Rejects, stuff like that. And then I'm all over the map with every other type of music. So I listen to Motown, hip hop, whatever you want to throw at me.
Is just fucking insane. It's awesome. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He's got everything. Like you want it, he's got it.
He's the one that actually gave me some of the ICP albums that I have now. Oh yeah. Yeah. So only some of them. Not all of them. Not a bunch. But he actually does have some of the rare stuff that he's not giving up. I don't blame him because it's worth money.
So now I guess you guys just like with your music in of itself, like your own collections, your own discography, like what is the best song that everybody should listen to their first time hearing Bad Assets? I'm sure everyone's got a different one. So
to say Midwest Fuck the Rest and Motor City Violence, like check those out.
It's definitely got to be Detroit Diamonds, definitely, because that's always Midwest Fuck the Rest is definitely a sing along, but so is Detroit Diamonds. That always gives the pinnacle of what happens in Detroit. You got crackheads fucking breaking into your car. Literally, this guy knows it more than I do. Fucking people breaking into your cars right around the block. Broad daylight. People spraying graffiti. I fucking do that. I fucking go right in front of the Google van sitting there fucking spraying. I don't give a fuck. It just happens. It just happens.
For me, it'd probably be fuck you, I quit. I
like that. That sounds like a Black Flag S to it.
Actually, that one actually became one of the first songs that I was like, I need to play that because when I joined Bad Assets not too long ago, I just got fired from my job, which I did get fired. I didn't quit, but that one really stuck to me. Where that was actually on the list of songs that I had to learn, but I was like, this one has to be done. It has to be done.
And you, sir?
So everybody has a different song. The song that I think everybody should listen to if you're going to get into Bad Assets is Wasted Generation, which was from our demo. And to me, that was one of the first songs that we did that was more like an oi song because I'm from old school hardcore, like you said. And everybody in this band is into hardcore bands, but to me, Wasted Generation is like one of the first songs that we did that was more like an oi, had that kind of street punk vibe as a hardcore.
So this event tonight that we are at right now is a precursor to an event that is happening over in the Northeast. It is the Oi Festival 2019. Now, I'm from the East Coast. I have never heard of this event. Can you tell us a little bit about it, sir?
Look, I don't know anything about this event. Another band that I'm in got booked to play it. I know the lineup's kind of been here or there. I don't even know how many years they've been doing this, but we got asked to go do it. Another band that I was in, and the Old Breed. And so we're going out there next weekend, and I'm gonna find out what this shit's all about. But I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm that guy where I'm like, hey, I play guitar, book the fucking show. I'm gonna get in the van and go.
Now, my other question for you guys is this: upcoming projects. We've talked about the music that people need to listen to from the past. What can we anticipate from the future of Bad Assets?
We're currently writing. We just banged out 3 new songs, including a cover from a band called Arrogant Bastards. They were falling apart as we started, so we only played a few shows. But there's a compilation coming out on Same Side Records called, Remember Your Roots, or Don't Forget Your Roots. And it's all current Detroit bands doing previous Detroit band songs.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we got that, and then a couple new ones in the can. 2 you'll hear tonight, and we're just working towards a new record, going for a 3rd full length.
Last question before we do the social media plugs. Is punk dead? That seems to be the thing that everyone talks about. Or some people say it's not dead, it just got old. Or, punk is dead, or punk's not dead, there's still Bad Assets. So what is your guys' thoughts on punk being dead?
Hell no, punk's not dead. I've been booking punk shows for 20 years in Detroit, and people always say, oh, this band broke up, that band broke up, this bar closed. I've been through a lot of that. I can't. Every time I sleep on the couch at his house, A punk venue in Detroit closes down, so I'm not allowed to sleep on his couch anymore. I guess I'll sleep on the floor because we lost 2, didn't we? Yeah, right. So, but punk's not dead.
Technically 3, but then the other one.
Okay, punk's not dead. Punk will never fucking die. To me, it kind of comes and goes in waves. Like every 5, 6 years, you know, this band breaks up, that band breaks up. You can't book shows there anymore. But another band starts. Somebody recently said to me, hey, Ralph, why don't you book shows at this bar? Okay, sure, I'll come book a show over there. So punk is not dead, will never fucking die. But it kind of ebbs and flows.
Your thoughts, sir?
My thoughts is as long as that attitude out there is fuck you, I'm going to do what I want, it's never going to die. And it's like, you know what? Before punk was called punk, it was still there. Johnny Cash, Jack Kerouac, shit's punk as fuck.
James Brown, even some of the blues that inspired punk. Sir, your thoughts?
Yeah, arguably it started right with us with the MC5 in Lincoln Park, Michigan, and then Stooges out of Ann Arbor. So it's nothing that's gonna die. You know, it comes in waves, and as long as you have people that still have it in their heads and in their heart, it's not gonna die.
Your thoughts, sir?
With Johnny on that one. Just because a lot of these places either close down, a lot of bands break up, or anything stupid like that. I've seen children come to, you know, punk rock shows, whether it be influenced from their parents or anything silly like that. It's never gonna die. No way. It can't. It just can't. Because you have people out there, young people, that have just so much either teenage angst, whatever, hormone scientific fucking answers you could give, I don't care. You know, you're going to always have a crowd out there that's going to want demand in this. You have Black Christmas in Detroit. You got Live and Loud in Chicago. You got anything else that coincides with that.
Yeah, punk rock bowling in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Camp Anarchy?
Yeah, exactly. You know, you have all these events that go on. Yeah, they're not super exploited like Coachella. No, they're not fucking super exploited like the Gathering of the Juggalos. No, they're not exploited like anything else. But it is still there. It won't die. It can't. It just can't.
And where can we find you guys on social media?
There's a page, Bad Assets Detroit is the Facebook page. Also, I want to just pump myself, Ralph Power Booking. I've been booking punk shows in Detroit for 20-something years. I usually book about 1 show a month. I might even book a band from Chicago every once in a while. Every once in a while. And so, Ralph Power Booking on Facebook, Bad Assets Detroit. I'm also going to take this time and say I'm also in a hardcore band called Stack Deck. This guy is in a oi band called The Old Breed, and he's in a side project yet to be named involving several juggalos.
The worst part is that is actually partially true. My old band is still kind of around. We're 2 out of the 4 members are juggalos, but I digress.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we have learned that punk's not dead. Bad Assets run an oi in Detroit. And my name is Sid Jones. And if you ain't down with any of this going on right now, fuck what you think. This is punk rock right here in Toledo, Ohio.
If you've enjoyed this video from RoX-TV.com, make sure you follow RoX-TV on Facebook and YouTube. If it's underground, we're there.